So you got high, first turning, awakening, unraveling, crisis, which is the one we're in right now.
It's the fourth turning.
The fourth turning.
It's kind of like seasons. Think of spring, summer.
And the way you have them is I saw how, I think Tony did it the right way, the way he broke it down when you and him sat down together. He broke it down by seasons, which was an easy way to see it. So high, you got World War II, lasted till mid-60s. You got 1946 to 64, which is the, 18 years that boomers produced 76 million kids, most ever in an 18-year period. Soldiers coming back from war, boom, bunch of babies are born, and then you got the Mustang. You can even predict what businesses could do if you can get this right. Then the last event of the high was JFK assassination. That's the last event. I think that's what you referred to. Then 2, awakening. That's 64 to 84. 3, unraveling. That's 84 to 2008-ish. This is the weakening of institutions and the rise of individualism. And then crisis is now 2008 till about, you said late 20s, 2028, early 30s.
Early 2030s, yeah. We think now about 2032, 2033, it will be resolved. That will be the resolution. That'll be like 1946 when we're founding. Everything is in concrete, right? Bretton Woods, UN, all that.
Each of these that have happened in the past, when you break it down, a lot of these have to do with a war. It leads to a war. Is one of your predictions? You said there could be a global pandemic. There was one when you guys said there could be a global pandemic. Financial challenges, we experienced it. Do you also foresee or predict that a World War III could happen the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, it could happen any year.
Could happen in the next 30 days. Yeah.
1962, as I recall. Look, let's take war first, and then I'll move on to your other thing. In the most recent book, I think in Fourth Turning, we went back. So we deal with sort of the Anglo-American saeculum. So, we go back even before America, and we go back, or most recently, we go back to the War of the Roses, the Armada. We go, this pattern is, 5 or 6 saeculum long now, right? It characterizes the modern world, sort of post-Renaissance, post-Reformation in the modern world, and it's becoming increasingly global. And I hope we come back to that, because we see now these trends happening globally, right? This trend back toward community, authority, ethnocentrism. My God, Patrick, it's around the world. Name a place in the world where you don't see it. We got the French elections yesterday.
That's right, I saw that.
We got India, we got Pakistan, we got China, we got Philippines, we got
Argentina. You got a lot
Argentina. Look, these are becoming. So I want to return to how this became a global. How this became global. World War II and the Great Depression were global events, after all, and so you can see global echoes, generational echoes from that. But I want to now deal with this thing going back that far to the 15th, 16th century. At least in our history, every total war has happened in a fourth turning, and every fourth turning has had a total war, right?
Every. That's a prediction.
But it's not a prediction. It's a correlation. It's an association. Look, I want to be as optimistic as possible. I don't say in the book that it requires it, but I am saying, and I go through a lot of sociology here about how do you incubate community? And I went through all the sociology. I went back to Weber, Durkheim, Tönnies, all of them. They all agree. Community springs out of conflict, right? I mean, that's what brings people together in community.
9/11 brought us together, right? Let's go fight the enemy.
It's interesting when people talk about, well, Neil, we could never have trust in institutions again. We could never trust a leader again. And I said, do you know what G.W. Bush's ratings were 4 months after 9/11?
81%. What's the
over 90?
Over 90%.
It was like 93%.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you can't bring trust. It's not going to be pleasant. It's not going to be a trust where you wake up one sunny day and say, oh, I think I want to trust someone today. That is not how trust is born. People don't understand how history works, Patrick. It doesn't work because it goes in the way you want it to go. These things happen and they force us to do things even that we don't like. And I hope we get back to that because I think that's an interesting point about, how community works and how history works. It doesn't take us necessarily where we want to go, but it often takes us where we have to go.
In these uncertain times, if there's anything we need people to believe the future looks bright. So if you've heard about me saying this mission to you, we're on a mission to get 1 million people to wear this gear. And this is what we're doing. If you buy one of these hats, there's a category of buying one hat, getting the second one free. If you haven't yet worn this gear publicly, go ahead and test it out. Buy some of the gear, wear it in public, and see how many people will stop by and say, you also watch Value Timmy? You also follow PBD Podcast? I do too. Place your order. Go to vtmerch.com, click on a link above or below, place your order, and represent the VT and the PBD Podcast gear.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.